spectrum of facing the nation on the war in Afghanistan. We want to take a closer look at some key moments in President Obama's speech. Normally, the president looks from side to side as he uses a teleprompter like he is doing here, right? Got that? Okay. Last night he did something a little different. Joining us to talk the president's delivery is body language expert Patti Wood and CNN political editor Mark Preston. Mark, good to see you. Patti, good to talk to you as well. All right, so again, the teleprompter work that we see from the president is him moving from side to side between the teleprompters on either side of the lectern. There was plenty of that last night. Would you agree, Mark? Yes. Would you agree, Patti?
Yes,
okay.
what a tennis match had.
Yeah. Okay, way to break the ice, Patti. But there were also two moments when the president spoke directly to the straight-on camera. Patti, let me start with you. What did you think of those two moments?
Well, what was significant is that he started by looking, which I feel was very coached, but he couldn't maintain it. He had to look down and away. That first one where he was addressing the Pakistanis, he looked down and away, and then there was a big gulp, as if he didn't truly want to make that commitment. Huh. So not all the way committed. Couldn't keep that head
so
on.
The look away says non-commitment to what he's saying to you?
Absolutely. When you make a definitive statement and you're making eye contact, it should stay direct, on target through the end of the sentence.
Mark, I'm going to get to you in a second, but you know, the other thing you can get when you make that definitive statement to the camera, I really want you to pay it, you get that crazy-eyed prompter stare thing going there, and yes. That's a little off-putting, isn't it?
I believe that if you want the audience to actually know that you believe in what you say, you have to make that commitment to the end.
Yeah. All right. Mark, what did you think of those moments when the president broke the mold just a bit and two different points in the speech looked directly into the camera?
Well, I mean, clearly it was deliberate, Tony. There's no question about that. And he reluctantly is making this decision. He said that himself in the speech last night. He campaigned for the presidency on the idea of getting troops out of Iraq and really trying to end our commitment over in Iraq, and then, of course, just trying to finish up what's going on in Afghanistan. This was a critical moment last night in the president's really early presidency at this point. The fact is he's sending a lot of young troops overseas. You know, many of them won't come home. This was a critical juncture. I don't think he wanted to give that speech last night. He had to give that speech last night.
Wow. But the president obviously underlining those key moments. Mark, would you agree if the president isn't solid and believable in those moments? Boy, imagine if he had sort of fumbled through those very direct moments. Would he have been running the risk of not being viewed as convincing at all throughout the speech?
Well, what he's very lucky for having is his ability to deliver a speech and to deliver a speech yes. convincingly. Even his critics say that. And last night, whether you agree with what he said or you disagree with what he said, he delivered a pretty good speech. It was very poignant. Look, he did it in a setting that was very somber. A lot of those cadets are going to go overseas. There was no cadets standing behind him, Tony. Look, it was all scripted out. He did a pretty good job delivering it.
Yeah, Patti, what do you think? Did it feel planned? Did it feel staged, the direct moments into the camera? Because I personally think he should do more of that.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. I think he does have that strong voice, that melodious voice, but even in those two statements where he started direct, his voice faded out, his mouth got tight. So, again, wow. Need to work on it.
You are watching every nuance of it. Well, that's why we invited you in. Patti, appreciate it. Mark, good to see you as well. Thank you both.
Thank you.
People around the world have strong opinions